So yesterday, while we were exploring Brunei, we met this tour guide who said he offers tours of like the mangroves and all over, and he gave us his card and the prices seemed really reasonable. It was around 30 or 25 Brunei dollars for a 1 hour cruise, which compared to online where it's about 150 US dollars, it was like a really good deal. So we decided to take him up on it, and we've been messaging, and he told us to meet him at KFC in a shopping mall, which made us think, okay, is this actually a thing? So we're about to go down there now and see if he's actually here, but he seems very legit. He was like making sure the tide times were right, so we had the best chances to see all the animals we want to see today. So fingers crossed, this should be a really good experience, but we'll have to wait and see.
He knows the water well. If it's too low, this boat cannot pass. He will tell us and use another river, and his eye is good for spotting the animal.
So we've made it onto the boat with our tour guide, and the water's a little bit choppier than normal, but hopefully this should be a really good cruise. Apparently we're going up the river and hopefully see as many of the animals as possible. So fingers crossed we see quite a few.
There's a house, green faded color house with the black and orange roof. That is the old palace. Very small, the old king palace. Yes. Take a picture because that's historical. That palace was built in 1940s and very cheap. The cost is only 7,000 Brunei dollars to build it. That is the high court for civil laws. And the building on the right is a primary school. In the morning, afternoon, they use it for religious school. Now you can see that they are waving at religious school.
We are just about to go through the floating village, which we explored in the previous video. And it's absolutely amazing seeing it from a completely different perspective.
The mosque name is very long. It has 10 words. I guarantee you the 5 of you cannot remember. Same like the other travelers. I told the other travelers, whoever can say the name correctly, he or she no need to pay. I'll give you a chance, okay? You better listen if you want free. Okay. 10 words. Okay, the name is Duli, Pengiran, Muda, Mahkota, Pengiran, Anak, Haji, Abdul, Mutadi Bilah Mos. Okay, try.
No. So the first part of the tour is all about like the buildings and the iconic sites along the river. So we've seen like the old palace, we're going through the water village, we visit the new palace. And then the second part of the tour is all about the wildlife, and I'm super excited for that part.
That is the world's largest residential palace. It's in the Guinness Book of World Record. It has 1,788 rooms, 1,788 rooms with 257 bathrooms. 257 bathrooms only. Okay, why I said only? They should have built the bathroom 365 to make it 365 days in 1 year.
So we've just seen the new Sultan's palace, and it's absolutely massive compared to the last one, which was like a little building. Only cost 7,000 Brunei dollars to build. This one cost millions. It's the world's largest residential palace and has about 1,700 rooms and over 250 bathrooms, which is just crazy. Like, you can't even like understand the scale of it even looking at it. I don't understand what he does with all the rooms, but it is so impressive.
In a few seconds, you will see my house. Very small.
My house.
Okay, don't forget to take picture, okay? I got information when the current king is stepping down. We will move from the big mosque that we saw earlier to this new mosque. So you can say it's like a retirement palace.
So seeing the city from the river gives you a whole new appreciation for how big and complex it is. Like, the river just winds through the whole place, and there's like insane palaces. We're learning a bit about the history of each one, and it's really cool. It's definitely a fun experience to do while you're in Brunei, but I think now we're heading a bit further into the mangroves to hopefully see some wildlife. So fingers crossed, but it should be really good. most people don't know that Brunei is actually home to a lot of different animals. So we're hopefully on the lookout for some hornbills, some crocodiles and some proboscis monkeys. And it's one of the few places in the world you can actually see proboscis monkeys. So if we're lucky, we might be able to see some. But hopefully this should be a really good experience to see some animals we've got no idea exist here as well. So they're the only three I'm aware of, but there might be a lot more to come. We've just come down one of the tiny side rivers in the hopes to find proboscis monkeys. Don't know if there's any here yet, but I think we're going to continue the journey. But this is like a tiny little outcrop of the main river, and it's really cool. You can tell not many people come down here because it's like very overgrown, but so hopefully if we're going into this much detail to find the wildlife, we should be able to see something because these guys seem to be really good.
Bit longer, that one is male.
So we've just stopped to feed our first proboscis monkeys. They're in the trees just in front of us, and they're so cool. There's a family of like 3 of them. There's a couple of males, which are really cool. But so glad we got to see them. We saw them in Kuching in Bako National Park, but it's so cool to be able to see them again. They're such like funny and interesting animals. They're literally jumping from branch to branch. So it's good to see them like really active. Such a good experience so far. We're only like half an hour into it, so looking forward to what's to come.
We've already seen 2 different groups of monkeys, which is absolutely amazing. We weren't even sure whether we were going to see them today because obviously they're completely wild, so there's no guarantees. But we are now still cruising along the river at quite a speed, going much deeper into the rainforest than a lot of the other groups are. A lot of like the other boats are turned back already, but we're still going. Fingers crossed for see some crocodiles.
Oh yeah, the tree. Oh, the baby. We've just seen something that we've never seen before. We saw a baby proboscis monkey. It was so small, it was with its mother. It was just holding on, it was so cute. So that's definitely the highlight so far. But it's just turning into a really good tour. There's another one just in the tree in front of us. But they're quite calm, they just like sit there and watch you. So we've just come to this spot, and there seems to be loads of proboscis monkeys and silverleaf monkeys together, which is really cool. They're just jumping, rustling in the trees. But I've also noticed how like murky the water is, so it makes me think there might be stuff beneath us that we have no idea exists, which is really weird. I think now we're just hugging the riverbank in hopes to find some crocodiles. It should be really cool if we get to see them, but they are obviously very good at hiding, so we'll have to see.
We're currently just cruising along the river. It's so picturesque and so relaxing, if a little bit breezy. But it's so much fun, and like even if you don't spot anything, it's just such a beautiful, relaxing trip that you should definitely put yourself onto.
So we've managed to make it back to civilization now. We can see the floating village ahead, which looks absolutely stunning from the river. Turns out the tour's not over yet. We're heading inside the floating market. Have a little wander and get to see places not many other tourists get to see, because it seems like a very local part of it. So we thought the tour was over, but then we've just seen a silverleaf monkey with a baby, and they're so cute. They're like little orange ones. So a lot different to the adult ones, but it's literally just in the tree up there. It's a nice way to finish the tour. It's so cool, it's just hugging onto its mum.
So we have just passed the fire station, which uses boats if there's any fires, because obviously all the houses and jetties are made of wood, so they need a fire station, just in case. There's also a mosque and a police station. If you haven't checked out our previous video on the floating village, make sure you do. But seeing it from the boat gives you a whole different perspective. I feel like we knew that it was big, and you can tell that it's big when you're walking on the jetties, but you don't really appreciate how big it is until you're actually on a boat going around the village. It's absolutely enormous.
So our river tour has now turned into a land tour.
Have you heard of Thailand or Malaysia? It's
Wow. So we weren't expecting this, but we've actually come onto the water village itself, and we've just seen all the little kids playing one of the sports. I can't remember what it's called, but it's very big in Thailand and Malaysia, and it's really impressive the height they get their feet. Can only imagine how many balls they've lost into the water. But so now we're just wandering around and seeing a completely different side of the water village we didn't see earlier.
They are all under the National Housing Plan. We Bruneian, including me, can apply for one house under the National Housing Plan, as long as we don't have a house and a land. Although you see many houses here in the water village, most of the houses are empty actually. Wooden planks are not good, sometimes they are hollow. Okay? The second reason is, although we are working on the concrete now, there are no hole, it's stable. You still have to look down. Why? Because at the water village, there are too many cats. If too many cats, so definitely there will be too many cat poops. This is like a small restaurant, gym above the water.
So the boardwalk we're walking on currently is a lot more wobbly and a lot more unstable than most of the others we've done so far. Bit sketchy.
When you say water village or Kampong Ayer, it's the whole thing. Water village or Kampong Ayer is made up of more than 100 different villages. So this is 2 different villages. This is the border. Okay, KG is short form for Kampong. Kampong means village. Bakut Berumput is the name of this village. Bakut Berumput village. So you come here, you will see another name.
So we've managed to make it back just before it started to chuck it down.
The heavens opened literally as we stepped up onto the platform at the top of the dock. Just
Great timing.
perfect timing. That was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we only expected it to be an hour, maybe an hour and a half max. No, 2 hours long.
Just over 2 hours.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Insane. And the guide was so good.
Mm-hmm.
He was so informative. He was funny. He answered all our questions. He was so good at spotting the wildlife.
Yeah,
10
couldn't
out of 10.
recommend it more. We'll leave his details below and you can book on the exact same tour. We've looked online and they are a lot more expensive, so
Extortionate.
yeah. If you are planning on coming to Brunei, wait till you get here, then you can book with the locals and get it a lot cheaper.
Yeah, 100% recommend doing it that way, because otherwise, honestly, it's a bit of a rip-off.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We had such an amazing time.
I did not expect to see so many monkeys. They were there was a main road as well. So it was a river, a bit of mangroves and main roads, and they were just chilling in the trees,
Yeah.
right? So a main road. I did not expect them to be so many.
Unfortunately, we didn't see any crocodiles, but wildlife is also quite unpredictable, so you can never guarantee it.
I think we got so lucky.
Yeah.
Considering we saw the silver leaf monkeys as well, and
The baby.
the baby, the proboscis monkey with a baby.
So cute.
So cute. I think I got a photo of it. So if I did, you'll see it now.
Yeah. Highly recommend doing this if you're in Brunei. Most people don't think about Brunei as a nature place, but it's absolutely stunning.
And if you want more nature trips, there are so many you can do from the capital city. They are a little bit more expensive than in neighbouring cities like in Kuching or in Kota Kinabalu in Malaysia. but there's some insane wildlife trips you can do here too.
Yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss the rest of our Borneo adventure, where hopefully we might see crocodiles in a different place.